name is Angel, and today I wanted to go over my collection and go through some of the signed albums in my collection. All these records were hand signed, meaning that I took them to the concert and I kind of begged the act to sign it. This is in no way me trying to flex. I just like sharing music. Coming in at number 5, this is a record released all the way back in 2021, I believe, and this is my favorite album from her. I think this is an incredible, intimate, and very seductive album. This is Sling by Clairo. I was very fortunate enough to not only get it signed, but to get this record signed because apparently it's semi rough to find locally. I ended up getting this locally, and it was quite a trip because I got that record like 2 days before I went to go see her show, and it was an incredible time. I was very fortunate enough to not only get tickets but to actually meet her and get all my records signed, and she ended up signing all of her discography, which was pretty awesome. This was pressed on Standard Black. I don't have the record store Black Friday. I would love to have the record store Black Friday, but unfortunately it goes for quite the penny. But yeah, an incredible record. Check it out. This next record was released all the way back in 2018, and it has built the ground for what I view in life. This is a beautiful album that blends shoegaze, chillwave, and trip hop, and creates such an incredible experience that I think you deserve to listen to at least once in your lifetime. This is Slide by George Clanton. I got that record signed all the way back in April of 2024, and the concert was incredible. I think his energy is just unmatched. I haven't seen anyone perform in such a way in such a small venue, because typically within small venues, acts like to just stay on stage, which is fine. But with George Clanton, he kind of wasn't on stage a lot. He was in the crowd. He was getting people hyped up. It was incredible. The crowd control he has is unmatched. And not only that, but he was very kind enough to stay after the show and meet us and take pictures with me, which was incredible. I will put them on screen. I don't like how I look. I don't know how well this next record is gonna go on YouTube, but this is my favorite abstract hip-hop album because it's from one of my favorites in the game right now. This is Haram by Billy Woods and Elucid, the duo that make up Arm & Hammer. This was pressed on Standard Black, and I'm very, very lucky that I got a copy. I did not end up getting a copy when this initially released. I did happen to pay resale, oh well, but I ended up getting a very good hookup from one of my friends on Instagram, which, by the way, follow me. I post about my music opinions, I post about my album opinions, I post about my vinyl opinions. So it's kind of like this, but more active and more articulated. So definitely make sure to check that out. I did end up flexing on the seller that I got it signed by both members, and I even got a signature from Kool-Aid Chris, which is incredible. I don't listen to Kool-Aid Chris, but his feature on Chicharron was really good. Get out if you're really into, Billy Woods, like these abstract people. Even if you like people like MF Doom, I think if you appreciate his wordplay, you can definitely appreciate Billy Woods' wordplay. I think the way that he delivers his messages is very unmatched. This next record was released all the way back in 2021. This is an EP by one of my favorite trio bands. And I was very fortunate enough to not only see them one time, but 3 times. And every time I ended up getting something signed and meeting the band. So it was awesome. This is Pushing Daisies by Julie, an incredible showcase of just artistry and performance. I think Julie is just a band that needs to be watched, and I feel like they deserve to be watched. I don't like using the word shoegaze to describe their music. I think they're more than that. I think they perfectly blend grunge and all these other different rock subgenres together to kind of form such a unique sound. I was very fortunate enough to see them 3 times, and every time I did end up getting to meet the band. The first time was their first show at such a small venue. Less than a year later, they were performing at a big venue. Like, I'm talking like almost an amphitheater. And they were the opening act for Faye Webster. So it was awesome to not only meet them after the show, but it was very cool to see that they were getting so like big. And then with the release of their debut album, My Anti-Aircraft Friend, they ended up getting a very good venue, and they were very good. The general vibe, I hate saying that word, but the general presence within like the audience, the whole community was very great. Everyone was very kind and cautious with each other, which I think not a lot of people do nowadays, unfortunately. Before we get to the number one, I want to show some more albums. While it is my very most prized possession, I think there's some more albums that I need to talk about before I get to it. So think of this as an honorable mention. We're gonna go through these very quickly. This is Cura Metal by Mass of the Fermenting Dregs. I've seen Mass of the Fermenting Dregs twice, and the second time I ended up going with a friend of mine, and we had a very good time. Unfortunately, the jacket is a little messed up, but that's to be expected. I was in a mosh pit. It could have been a lot worse, honestly, but I ended up seeing them after the show. They were very kind, and they were they were really surprised that people actually waited out for them, which is awesome because that means I get to talk to them. I get to talk to it. I talked to it to the band, and they were very kind with their words. My stomach is rumbling a lot. Fuck. The next artist I have is an artist that I've been appreciating and listening to ever since like 6th grade. This is Para Mí by Cuco, but realistically, any one of his albums could be on this list. Cuco is an artist that I've been following since 6th grade, and the fact that I've been able to see every one of his shows every time he comes over to the DMV area is great. He's such a kind person, and just seeing his artistry evolve over the years is kind of jarring to see. This next one is Speedrun and Hearthroom by Frost Children. I got this one signed at Julie's concert at the 930 Club. They were very kind. We had a very nice conversation, and they were very kind enough to sign every single one of my records, which was incredible. I love when an artist does that. They're very generous with their time with the fans after the concert. So yeah. The next one is very special to me because similarly to Cuco, I've been following her since 2018. This is Bird's Eye by Ray Villeneuve. This is an incredible album that not a lot of people really gave the time, and it sucks because there's a lot of great hits on this one. I really like. It has a lot of big names like Childish Gambino and like this many people. And it has a production by Steve Lacy, which not a lot of people really appreciate his production. I think Steve Lacy's production is incredible, and I think that it should at least be talked about a little bit more. This next one is released all the way back in 2020, and it's probably one of my favorite albums. This is Heaven to a Tortured Mind by Yves Tumor. What can I say about this album that I haven't already said on my Instagram, which you should follow? This album is very important to me because it kind of built the foreground for my appreciation of rock music. Let's actually talk about it a little bit. I think Yves Tumor is actually one of the better artists of our generations, and if you really like glam rock, check that guy out. It's incredible. It's an incredible musician and makes some of the best sounding rock music. All right, this last one. This one is the one I've been kind of hyping up a little bit. It's certainly one of my rarest and most prized possessions, and the resale for it is unjustifiable. I don't like resellers, but it makes my Discogs median looks nice. This is For Lovers by Lamp. What can I say about this? It's beautiful. I'm so fortunate to get this album, And not only to have it in my possession, but to have it signed by 3 members of the band. I got it signed all the way back in August of 2024 on their first American tour. And I don't know. I feel it doesn't feel real still. The fact that I have that album in my possession and it's signed is incredible. It was a great concert. I loved all of it. The sound engineering was incredible, and the way that I got it signed is a little untraditional, because typically with the way that I get signatures is that I wait after the shows, and if the artists are nice enough, I'll ask them if they can sign a record or two, and typically they are nice, but of course sometimes people are on a time crunch and they need to like get to their next concert very quickly, which I don't blame them. I ended up paying resale for a ticket, for a VIP ticket. I ended up making some friends there, and it was quite the experience, which is why that record specifically is so prized. To me, the resale price doesn't matter, because I think the experience that came along with the signing and just the whole day in general was very nice. I ended up meeting a couple of great people there. Yeah, this was pressed on an Opic gray vinyl, and it has a nice gatefold, and it's one of the best built records in my collection. Quality of it is incredible. None of the albums in my 200 plus record collection kind of matches it. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment on what your favorite album is. Maybe recommend something to me. Make sure you hit the subscribe, turn on my notifications, follow me on other social medias. I have a link tree in my bio and in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to be making more content soon. Have a good day. Bye bye now.